Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it is Gannon here, and really exciting, in the flesh right next to me, I have Dylan!
What's up, everybody?
How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing just wonderful, Gannon.
Oh, I'm doing great too. We just got off work, me and Dylan worked together today, and...
Worked hard?
We worked fucking hard today.
Really hard today.
A really good day. It was unusually busy for a Sunday, but in our line of work, we kind of low-key get commissions, so we're chiefed about that. Hopefully we'll be making that bread. We were planning this whole shift, by the way. This is coming. Me and Dylan are going to do this tomorrow, even if I have to come to his goddamn house and force him to. We're going to be doing a versus battle where we're going to be talking about Prime Gecko Moria versus someone. We haven't decided. We haven't decided, which is basically the reason we're not doing that video right now. Right now, me and Dylan are taking this opportunity to talk about a topic I actually basically just manifested. Just manifested this topic because we were in the conversation talking about One Piece villains. We were talking about how great Doflamingo was when he was, it was his time to shine with the chromatic rainbow strings. This dude was an absolute demon. I think we were talking about this because we were trying to find out who to pit Gecko Moria up against, and we were like, Doflamingo? I was like, Doflamingo's coming out on top for sure, but it'd be like a fight of the ages.
Yeah, it'd be a really tough one.
But regardless of all that, we somehow got to the discussion point. Basically, it's been a long time theory, I guess, that perhaps Luffy's fruit may not just be the normal gum fruit Paramecia, Dylan, but it could be
the special Paramecia.
Yeah, a special Paramecia.
Special Paramecia, just like Katakuri's.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the Katakuri fight, and Dylan actually didn't know. I just told Dylan a little bit ago. He didn't know this, but Katakuri's fruit, when it was originally revealed and Katakuri was first published in the manga and it was being revealed to the world, the Mochi Mochi no Mi was a Logia fruit. Like, plain as day, that was translated, I'm pretty sure Oda... It's either he, wanted it to be a Logia at first, or this was, a really big mistake, but either way, when the actual volume later came out, Katakuri's fruit was essentially just changed from a Logia to a special Paramecia. And not only is that kind of crazy, and it's just a cool thing for One Piece in general.
It's like mythical zones or something. Like, there's zones, and then there's, mythical zones, right? It's like another type of zone that's, super rare and special. Because
Paramecias are already the best. Yeah. They're already the most cracked ones. Because, obviously, just from a fruit definition standpoint, Logias are the best because they turn the user into a god against regular people. Yeah. But in the New World, having a Logia doesn't mean shit.
Especially with
Paramecias are oftentimes, actually, I'm just willing to say this for sure, Paramecias are the best fruit class.
If you have a good user, it 100%.
And also they just have the best fruits, like the Gura Gura no Mi,
the Ope Ope no Mi,
the Ope Ope no Mi, the Mochi Mochi no Mi now.
The Ito Ito no Mi.
But it's good, it's funny that Dylan mentions the mythical zones, because obviously they're the most rare fruit in the series, but they're not. Because there's only one special Paramecia, and there's no other character or fruit in the series that I could think of off rip that I would even come close to classifying as a special Paramecia.
No, not at all.
It's like Katakuri's fruit was looking very Logia-like, but it actually had to become a plot thing that it wasn't a regular Logia fruit. So he had to change that and make it a special Paramecia because it was doing some out-of-pocket stuff. Luffy was punching him, but it wasn't working. He's not a regular Logia user, and at first, a lot of people were thinking, hey, is Katakuri just doing the same thing that the Admirals did at Marineford? Which, the Admirals at Marineford, I honestly think that they might have been using his Future Sight technique to dodge Mihawk and Vista, because here's the thing, Mihawk and Vista clearly have to have knowledge of advanced armament and Conquerors, because they're fucking on a ship with Whitebeard. So when they weren't able to cut the Admirals, I didn't think it was because they were ignorant about armament hockey. I think it was because they were ignorant about Future Sight. There's nobody on their crew who has Future Sight. Because on the Whitebeard crew, who needs Future Sight? You're all dogs. You're literally demons. They don't need it. So
like Josie, for example, he doesn't need to dodge anything. He just stands there.
Dude, he literally just stands there and lift it up. Oh, world's strongest slash could cut Kaido in half. You see Odin do the most dangerous, the most impactful slash of Kaido's life. This slash scared him shitless. Kaido knows he would have died if Kurozumi didn't come to save him. But the reason you love Kaido so much is because even though Kurozumi saved him, he fucking killed Kurozumi afterwards because he was disgusted.
Yeah, they're like, that
you
old
stole,
bag fucking killed her.
Dude,
she's dead.
Dude, you stole my like glorious death at the hands of a true opponent. Like Kaido was
not even just the death, like just the battle itself was kind of stripped from him.
Like yeah, like Kaido.
Like that battle was just starting.
Kaido is such a great character because he's so like beautifully evil and cruel and strong and just a perfect villain, but you also can't help but respect him because it's almost like he wants to be beaten in his heart. And it's really, really good. But I'm sorry, we're going on a tangent. The special Paramecia, there's only one in the entire series, and it's Katakuri's. Like, there's nobody else who I could even conceive.
There's like, what, 3 or 4 mythical zones? Right?
Yeah, like, at least 4, and you know, like, they got Katarina Devon now.
Yeah, that's
they
like
got, like, we gotta have at least 4 or 5 now in the story. But there's only one special Paramecia, so, like, the special Paramecia at this point is the rarest fruit.
It is the rarest.
And I can't tell if that's because, like, it is truly, like, the rarest fruit. Maybe, like, we just haven't seen them. Or it's because, like, bro, like, Oda really fucked up with Katakuri's writing. He's like, yo, this is not a Logia. I need to change this up. I really hope that is the case. What do you think?
I don't know. Because now that I just came, like, you just told me about how Katakuri was initially a Logia, I really couldn't form an opinion, like, that soon. But I really don't know, like...
Do you think it's a possible Oda messed up?
Do you
think Oda makes mistakes? Goda? You think he makes mistakes?
Does he make mistakes? I'm sure he makes mistakes sometimes, but he covers
just not in his manga. Yeah. Just not in his manga.
But
maybe in real life.
Yeah. But my thought on it is like, so we see how, which we can get into later on, more specifically on the Luffy side of this, but we see how, like, Luffy and Katakuri, their movesets and the things they do, despite having 2 different fruits, are very, very similar. Which can also, we can go down the path, which I'm sure we will, that maybe Luffy has a special Paramecia,
That's what we're getting to for sure.
Exactly.
That's what this whole video is about, Dylan!
But, before we get to that, I just want to say, like, he made that, Katakuri initially introduced as a Logia, right? Let's say the events played out the same way that they did, except we didn't think of Katakuri having a Logia, not a special Paramecia, but a Logia, and we got to the Luffy-Katakuri fight, and then we start seeing them fight, and we see them doing the same things. That would get our brains thinking then, like, okay, Luffy's fruit is just like a Logia, so maybe there is, like, how do I, like, word this? Like, maybe he did change it, not because he necessarily made a mistake, but maybe he had to change it so that how Luffy's fruit is special, or however if it is wouldn't be so obvious at the time.
Okay. He was trying to throw us off the trail.
Yes, exactly.
If it was a special Paramecia like it is now, we would be way more likely to infer that perhaps Luffy is one as well. So initially he probably referred to it as a Logia to throw us off. And I would maybe believe that, except that you know that Oda doesn't reveal something unless it's time to reveal it. Like, Kaido's fruit we haven't seen the fish fruit
the
in
title card, yeah.
So, when we saw it was a Logia, actually, no. Take back everything I just said, because I'm totally wrong. They didn't do that. Katakuri never got the Mochi Mochi fruit, like, title card.
Did he not?
No. What happened, and I know the exact panel that he changed, because it was at the tea party that he was a Logia. It wasn't until we got to the actual fight and the volume was... Yeah, it wasn't until we got to the Mirror World and the previous volume was published that was changed. The exact panel where they refer to him as a Logia is when Jinbei is explaining who Katakuri is. Jinbei says, that's Dogtooth Katakuri, the most savage son of Charlotte. He has a Logia, the Mochi Mochi no Mi. But then that was changed to a special Paramecia later. So it was never a title card, and, like, actually what you were saying could totally be true. I was about to say, that might not be true because it was a title card, but it wasn't. It was what Jinbei said is what they changed. This theory that we're getting into is, like, could Luffy possibly have a special Paramecia? I've heard this mentioned multiple times before, and, like, right now, I think it's... Huge spoilers, by the way, for part 3 of JoJo's, but if it is going to be a special Paramecia, it's going to be a Star Platinum the World thing.
Really?
It is, and here's how it's going to go down. Here's how it's going to go down. Because
if you're going to say what I think you're going to say, I've heard this a while ago, and I really wanted to bring it up to you, but I forgot to. So
okay.
Continue.
So maybe it is what I'm about to say, but here's the thing, Dylan. Here's what I think. You know how basically Luffy's whole moveset is him, like, just rubberifying his limbs and throwing them at the enemy and enlarging them and like, using Gear Third to create big punches and small punches in the Gatling. That's his main moveset.
Yeah.
So, when he went and fought Katakuri is like, bro, like, you can do all that. You're working too goddamn hard. You're making all those things out of rubber, out of your limbs. I can literally do all those things better. I'm a special Paramecia. You enlarge your foot, I'll just grow a bigger foot and use better hockey and kick your ass.
Literally.
By the way, if Luffy did not earn Katakuri's respect in that fight, he would have died.
He did.
Katakuri, he did not beat Katakuri. Katakuri let Luffy leave voluntarily because he earned his respect. That is what happened in that fight. That it was the biggest discussion in all of One Piece when the Katakuri fight was happening. The whole community, Dylan, the entire community
I'm pretty sure
was like, dude, is Luffy going to win? How can he win this?
When I caught up with the anime, it was like right, like at least in the anime. So like the manga at the time, I think was just starting in Wano. But when I caught up in the anime, it was literally at the end of Whole Cake Island. Like Sanji was making the cake and like they were trying to flee. Right, that's like exactly when I caught up in the anime. Right, and so I remember when I caught up, it was around that time that you were actually telling me about this, like, discussion of yours about how Luffy didn't actually beat Katakuri.
It was a big thing. Like, before the chapter came out and we saw the conclusion, we honestly didn't think he would win. Like, we were like, Luffy is getting beat up, he's unmatched, he needs to pull something out of his ass, and he did in Snake Man, but that still wasn't enough. Like, Katakuri, and also, by the way, like, the final conclusion of the chapter is kind of iffy. You really don't truly understand this completely until they illustrate it in the anime. Because you know how there's that final fight where they're doing the power move and he's doing that final buzz cut mochi,
like
and then
the
they're racing to hit each other?
Yeah.
In the manga, you don't see the conclusion of that at all.
Really?
You just see them in the ground.
Really?
Like, it shows them, like, hurtling towards each other. It doesn't show them impact. Nothing. We were all so confused.
Yeah, because in the anime...
that you see, I think they both hit, like, their jaws. And then
they
both fall.
And then they go away, and then, like...
And then Luffy comes out.
Yeah.
And then Katakuri's standing there knowing that he's, like, still ready to fight.
No, I don't think Katakuri was even... I think Katakuri had fallen front first, and then Luffy came up, thought he had won, and then Katakuri got back up, and it was like, what's up? And then that's when they had the whole, like, are you gonna come back to beat Big Mom? Yes, I am. All you're saying part of the future is sick. Oh, you know, that shit.
But like, dude, when Luffy got out of the pit and he was staring up at Katakuri, like, that is just plain as day to me. Katakuri could have kept on going if he wanted to.
Yes.
Like, he would have came out on top. If it was really somebody who Katakuri didn't like or respected, like, Katakuri would have finished him right then and there.
Easily.
Like, he could have kept on fighting. He had more stamina than Luffy. Like, Luffy, that's his thing. He always has more fight and spirit than any of his enemies, but Katakuri was the one demon who couldn't definitively have more willpower than, like, Katakuri was a demon.
He was.
So that was such a crazy, impactful fight. I don't even know why we were talking about that. But anyways, what's going to go down with Luffy's special Paramecia, if it happens, it's going to be like a Star Platinum in the World thing. So what I was saying before, Katakuri was making all these moves to match Luffy and show him up. Like, he was just creating them. And you know how long, I've made a video about this before, about how I believe in Luffy's bounce house theory. I believe that perhaps the special Paramecia could be the key to the bounce house theory. Yeah. Perhaps, you know how the bounce house theory in essence is just him, like, not turning everything around him into rubber, but because he's not really made out of rubber.
He just has the properties.
He has the properties of rubber because he's got skin, he's got a heart, and you could say, oh, that's made out of rubber, that's rubber skin. It's like skin with the properties of rubber. It's going to be the same thing with his surroundings when he does his awakening, but perhaps when he does get to his awakening, it is like more cracked than him just like having rubber around him and him being able to bounce around and use a rubber room and be very advantageous, and like probably it will be like a Kaioken that does like a multiplier on his Gear 4th forms. Because imagine, here's the thing, Gear 4th already, he has so much maneuverability, he bounces around, right? But imagine you're an enemy trying to fight Luffy, who's a rubber expert, and you're trying to fight him in a bounce house.
So question, do you think, so like with how Katakuri, he was able to make his donuts, right? And just cause fists to just spawn in midair.
That's what I'm getting to.
Do you think Luffy could just like cause like rubber to just protrude from
That's
the side
what I'm
or something?
getting to. That's what I'm getting to. That is what I'm getting to. That is what I'm getting to.
Go on.
Normal awakening would have me believe that Luffy can turn his entire surroundings into rubber bounce house. Therefore, giving him the environmental advantage. Whoever's fighting him in that bounce house is not on the home field. They're like in Luffy's dojo.
Literally.
He's a rubber expert. No, it's literally his dojo at that point. Like, he's a rubber expert. Nobody in probably the One Piece timeline has ever been more good at using rubber than Luffy.
He is the most skilled user of like
the rubber fruit ever, I believe.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I believe.
So so that is what I believe base awakening is. Him just having a multiplayer and the home field advantage. But if Luffy gets like a Star Platinum the world reveal and he just realizes one day that he just doesn't...
There's something totally
No,
else.
like, because Jotaro just thought he had Star Platinum.
And he could just punch it really hard and like be super
Yeah,
fast.
but we all thought, and Star Platinum also just has crazy plot armor because Starfinger, like, come on, Starfinger, dude, like, what is the explanation for Starfinger? He can just do it because he's the main character.
Yeah, literally.
But, like, Jotaro literally woke up one day and was like, yo, I could stop time. That's gonna be what happens to Luffy if if he's ever revealed to be a special Paramecia. It's just gonna be a Star Platinum the world moment, and then that
would be
is
really
going
cool.
to be the thing that makes
That'd
him
be really
Pirate
cool.
King level,
Yeah.
because he's going to use that in
like
combination
that.
with
I like
Gear
that.
4th
I like
to
that.
not only make the fucking rubber like home field, but he'll be able to control it and make those fists in those feet that Katakuri was making, and then we're gonna, when that moment happens, we're gonna get a flashback to Katakuri doing it, and they're gonna pay homage to him.
Yeah,
and then, sorry to cut you off, and then the story's going to end with Katakuri joining the Grand Fleet!
Yeah, of course.
He's going to join the Grand Fleet! Big Mom's going to die, and he's going to become the captain!
Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm
Katakuri
sorry,
Pirates.
Dylan. Sorry, do you have anything to add?
No, what I was gonna say is, kind of forgot, but
I'm sorry, I just went too
you're
ham.
fine.
I got so
You're
excited.
fine. I totally forgot now. It slipped my mind.
Oh,
but
that's fine.
I remember now.
Okay,
I
go
remember
ahead.
now. So like another thing that kind of leads this like the bounce house thing. I feel like, at least me personally, is like how I know you don't think this. I personally think Luffy will fight Blackbeard one-on-one at some point, right? And Blackbeard has the Gura Gura no Mi, right? What better counter to the Gura Gura no Mi than it would literally, like, Blackbeard does the Gura Gura no Mi, hits a wall, it doesn't do anything. It literally just absorbs
the shot.
And it doesn't do shit to
Yo!
Luffy
Yo!
or the surrounding area.
Yo, dude! Dylan, I'm sorry for peeking the microphone, ladies and gentlemen, but, dude, like, I don't rep a one-on-one to the death, like, destined fight between Luffy and Blackbeard. I honestly think Blackbeard is going to be built up to be this ultimate villain, but he is going to actually probably get sidetracked, perhaps even become like an anti-ally that like has to go against the final villain. I believe at some point it's going to be in all villains' interest to go up against the final villain. Like Crocodile, Doflamingo, all of them. It might be in their best interest to go up against the final villain, aka the most corrupt, highest parts of the world government, Im Sama.
Yeah.
So like, I honestly don't like, because, you know, it's just so obvious that him and Blackbeard are going to fight. I would like that dynamic to be really, really interesting. I don't want it to be as clear-cut, but if it is going to be that clear-cut, Dylan, you are a fucking genius. That would be the most...
Because
if that happened in the story, that would be so poetic, and that would work so well. Like, dude, Luffy is such a jock pirate at that point, to where he finally goes to fight the Blackbeard Yonko, and then Blackbeard's like, Mugiwara, finally I gotta kick your ass.
I have the strongest Paramecia, and it doesn't do anything.
Instantly, all the powers of the Gura Gura no Mi, he went through all that trouble to steal it from Whitebeard, nullified. So that's just one of his fruits.
Very similar to how Blackbeard nullifies other devil fruit
Dude!
powers with
The poetic justice! Nullifying the nullifier. Dylan, you're a genius. Somebody give this man a medal. Somebody give this man a medal. Okay, I don't know if we have anything else to say about this, because I don't want this video to be over 25 minutes long. But yeah, Dylan, the more we talk about this, the more I want it to happen. Because, dude, here's the thing. Like, we do kind of gawk over how...
Even if, like, let's say it isn't like a 1v1 Blackbeard Pirates versus Straw Hat Pirates, we're 100% going to get a fighting altercation between the two,
Luffy and Blackbeard.
regardless.
Oh,
so we
sure.
will want to, even if I think it'll play out, we'll still get that scenario no matter what.
We'll get it. Well, dude, whether it be like a standoff, like scuffle, or like a full-on high-diff fight, bro, like, I don't think it'll be a full-on high-diff fight to the death. Like, I don't think Blackbeard is meant to truly be like an obstacle for Luffy to like truly overcome like that. Like, I feel like that'd be a little bit too obvious. I've always thought it'd be a little bit too obvious, but in the moment that him and Luffy do spar and fight, You have just put it into such a fucking beautiful perspective for me.
It'd be perfect.
The nullifier gets nullified.
Yes.
Like, Luffy, it becomes such a jock, Chad, king pirate at that point, where Blackbeard literally shows up, he's like, oh, let me flex the world's most powerful Paramecia. Nope.
No,
like, nope. Like,
nothing.
actually, literally useless. Like, you're in Luffy's dojo, buddy. Good luck. But yeah, anything else you'd like to add, Dylan?
No, I don't think so.
Well, everybody, thanks to Dylan.
Actually,
Oh,
there is
sorry, Dylan.
one more thing.
Sorry, Dylan. Holy shit.
This is we've all seen it. Everybody has seen this. It's the fan animation or manga panels of Katakuri fighting the Blackbeard pirates, right? And another thing that leads more, I don't know, credence evidence to the bounce house thing, or Luffy spawning limbs with the bounce house or in midair or whatever, is that even though it is a fan animation, it's we saw in Whole Cake Luffy learned Future Sight from Katakuri, right? That's something Luffy learned from Katakuri, and in this fan animation or whatever, Katakuri pulls out some of Luffy's moves in this fight, right? And so it'd be cool if that happens again, but Luffy learns how to do Katakuri's
bro, dude, so I'm saying, when he goes to do it, they literally flash back, Luffy, goes in his head, and he's thinking it's a flashback to his fight with Katakuri, and, Luffy literally does Katakuri moves to pay homage to Katakuri.
Yeah.
Dude,
we already seen him.
Katakuri's an anti-hero, bro. He, has to join the Grand Fleet, dude.
We've also seen Luffy literally just completely replicate fucking Bellamy's abilities.
Yes! Yes!
Dude, it has to happen.
Dude, you're right. Luffy, Luffy has a history of doing that.
Luffy has a history of,
dude,
not copying, but
and then paying homage.
paying homage,
the fucking ace is flame.
Yes, exactly.
Dude.
Yes.
Okay, Dylan. All right. See, this is why we bring Dylan along here, because I would have never thought about this shit on the fly like that. Bravo, Dylan. Bravo, dude.
Thank you.
We rep this theory so hard, right now. We're shipping it so mad
I'm
hard.
this really hard.
Bro. Star Platinum, the Luffy, the world, rubber fruit. It needs to fucking happen. Bro, why else? Okay, here's the thing. Even if he did introduce it as a Logia, if Oda planned to write the story how he planned to write it, he would have had to make it a special Paramecia at some point, like Dylan said. I think he probably had it planned to be a special Paramecia from the very start, and he probably was having Jinbei say it was a Logia to, make the reader confused, but he never got around to, explaining and correcting that, so he just changed it in the next volume. Because I'm pretty sure maybe he planned to be oh, no, you're wrong, I'm not a Logia, I'm a special Paramecia, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that the reason why they have made Luffy's, most, crucial, most, fucking hard, and also the fight where he's grown so much post time skip is the Katakuri fight. The fact that Katakuri has special Paramecia is probably foreshadowing something.
It has to. And especially with how we literally see them.
He is the only one with it, and he's going against Luffy, the main character,
and they both
who has
have very similar movesets.
Yeah, and also their fruits are just Luffy's fruit is kind of a little bit strange for a Paramecia. It's simple; it just turns him into rubber, but it's a little bit strange.
But then you can do things like Gear Forth.
You can do interesting things with it that just kind of are out of pocket. But yeah, everyone, I don't think I have really anything more to add. I really would like Luffy's fruit to not just get another gear. Perhaps just have another layer of evolution in the form of special Paramecia. That would be insane.
I think it'd be cool if he got a Gear 5th, but it's nothing like what the other gears have been. I think it'd be cool if his Gear 5th wasn't, which I think it will be if we get, which I think we'll get something like that.
We'll definitely get something like that.
Whatever it is going to be, his next power-up besides his hockey power-ups is going to be something crazy.
Yeah, whatever it is going to be, it's going to be better than anything we've seen so far. Easy. I mean, just look at the way Wano's going so far, and also, do you think you think we're going to see in Wano? Because the way it's looking now, it's kind of being implied that even Conqueror. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, because here's the thing. Actually, this is the last thing we say because we really need to wrap this video up. Luffy has to unlock, some new power this arc for two reasons. For one thing, Oda, literally trolled us and implied it. And then second of all, I don't care that Luffy has unlocked the Conqueror's Haki moves. He's literally he's fighting somebody who's, been using the Conqueror's Haki shit probably most of his life. Yeah. Luffy cannot hope to beat Kaido at his own game, just because he fell into the ocean and ate some food and he's coming back up. He's not a Super Saiyan. He's not going to, exponentially get stronger because of that. Luffy cannot hope to beat Kaido in his own game. He has to get a power-up.
He has to get, a literally technique power-up.
Because here, bro, Kaido is faster than Future Sight to even pick up. He is the most cracked individual. we've ever seen.
He is.
You take like the most cracked people in One Piece, and then you like Kaido's on top of them, like more cracked, and like we actually get to see him. Like we don't get to see any of these other characters we think is cracked. Like we actually get to see Kaido in action,
do things,
which is just so crazy.
Great. Absolutely amazing.
Totally getting. I'm calling it right now, boys. We're getting Gear 5th in Wano, and, you know, just, I'm repping this special Paramecia theory.
I'm repping it, too.
I'm repping it really hard. If there's going to be another special Paramecia in One Piece, it's got to be the rubber fruit.
Yeah, and, like, it's never crossed my mind until you mentioned it, like, when I came over here, but, like, I 100% rep this as well.
Yeah, this is so fun. It's a really fun one.
It's great.
Alright, but with all that being said, everybody, we don't really have any more to add, and also I think we're gonna go probably drink and eat some tacos and stuff. So with all that being said, thank you so much, Dylan, for being here, as per usual. It is always fun making One Piece videos with Dylan. If you're enjoying the content that you see on the channel, I'd be very flattered if you were to subscribe. I'm really, really trying hard for 1,000 subscribers. It's a little bit of a dream of mine, so if you would like to help me reach that goal, be super appreciative. If you enjoy the video, be sure to slap a like on it. If you have anything you want to share with me or Dylan, leave it down in the comments below. We'll probably read it. And with all that being said, we're going to have to see you guys in the next one. Peace!
See ya.